Good morning, everybody. What's going on? I want to go on this topic that everybody's been talking about and nobody has been taking it serious. And we're talking about, and they're talking about, and I've been talking about, what if the grid goes down? No power, no light, no cell phones. How is anybody going to survive? Money, like what they were saying, money's not going to be an option. And I remember when, people can say what they want about and disrespect Candace Owens, but Candace Owens is a smart female. And college is done. Like, unless you know somebody that will get you a job and, you know, the thing that you're studying to go for, college is finished. And I remember when I was young, they always told us to take a trade. And I speak about this all the time. Now, Candace Owens said one thing. Everybody's going to school for different things, and everybody's taking different trades. But there's one trade that I told people we should do, and I actually looked into it. And I made a couple of phone calls, and I'm hopefully going to get some, answers back. Nobody is talking about being a farmer. Because if the grid goes down, you're going to need food. Because like they said, money's not going to really be useful then. You're going to need to know how to survive. And one of the things is you got to have to eat. You're going to need food and you're going to need toilet paper. Now, if you have any friends that have trades, electrician, carpentry work, landscaping, and farming, if y'all get together, y'all will survive. Oh, the other thing, when people laugh, there's one more especially important thing that you're going to need to know how to do is protect yourself. So you are going to need people that know how to do security, know how to protect, know how to shoot, self-defense, know how to make traps and stuff like that. And they've been talking about this for a while, about the grid going down. And a lot of people are not taking it serious, but I am. I started looking into a lot of this stuff. And there's one place you really don't want to be when the grid goes down is cities. Big cities, New York, California. If you notice, a lot of people are moving to the country, way up in the woods. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but a lot of people have been moving up to the woods, moving in, into the country, building their own tents, building their own houses, you know, people are getting together as I'm seeing, and I know there's a lot of people from the military, like a lot of special forces. They're the ones that's going to survive because they know how to survive. A lot of farmers, they're going to know how to survive. But people in the city, we're walking around with our head up our behind, and we're walking around like nothing's going on. All this marching, but no preparing. I'm going to say this one more again. All this marching, but nobody's preparing. And I started looking at this and I started making phone calls and I'm trying to actually get with different people. Okay. My YouTube page, as far as views, are not doing good because nobody really watches my YouTube like that. As soon as I stopped talking about the migrants, that's when everybody stopped watching my YouTube page. But I'm going to start, like I said, I've been talking about a lot of stuff, but I'm going to start talking about stuff like this. We need information on if something happens, man. If you don't have connections with people that know how to farm, that know how to do electricity, that know how to do security, know how to build, you're going to be in trouble. That's why it's always good to make connections with a lot of people. They've been talking about it. It's all over TikTok and all over YouTube. They even have a book right now on how to make toilet paper and what do you need, what you're going to need. But the most important is the toilet paper, security, food, and shelter. If you can get somebody that knows how to do um, construction or any type of like labor work. Everybody needs to start getting together. All this separatism and everybody's going by color and prejudice, and this is what everybody's thinking, but nobody's thinking about when things go down, when the crap hits the fan, it's going to be them against us. It's going to be them against us. People are protesting for the wrong reasons. They're protesting for the wrong reasons. Nobody's protesting for the right reason. Nobody's bringing stuff like information everybody's been trying to bring to the table. I remember Candace Owens said that. She said, you know what? A lot of people forgot one thing: farming. You have to eat. You need to know how to grow your own food. These are the things that we're not talking about. We're talking about other stuff that's nonsense, and we're marching for the tea people. We're marching because you don't like a man and this man, perfect man in office. You're marching for women's rights, but nobody's saying, we have to march to save ourselves. Because I guarantee you one thing: if it does hit the fan, everybody in higher office is not going to care about the small people. Around my area, the small stores, the 99-cent cheap stores are closing down. When you see that nobody can't even afford the littlest things like these stores, you can't even walk in and get something that's for cheap, you can tell things are getting bad. In my area, there's stores that those was the last places you was ever think that you can go to buy something. They're not even making money. So this is a wake-up call. If we stop with this nonsense, with the colorism, the prejudice, the transgenders, my rights, this and that, we're in another planet right now. We're not coming down to reality where we need to get together. We need to get together before when the crap hits the fan. These people in higher places not going to care about nobody. They're not going to care. They're going to care about, why do you think a lot of these people have bunkers? They have places to go to. They got their own stuff where they can have something to eat, food and everything else, and they're going to leave everybody that's poor out to dry. Straight off the rip, this is what they're going to do. They're going to leave people out to dry, man. So I suggest people forget this college now. Why is everybody trying to push these kids to go to college instead of taking a trade to protect themselves, man? Because the college education is not going to mean nothing. The only thing that may be good if you do like IT work and cybersecurity. But I don't hear people pushing blue collar work and going to school to be a plumber, an electrician, sorry about that, a plumber, electrician, a farmer, anything else besides that. I don't see nobody doing that, man. Sorry about the lights went out. Sorry about that. Sorry about the lights went out. It came back on because I'm at my job. But I don't see nobody doing it. I remember when we was young, a lot of us did, auto mechanics, how to fix cars, bio, how to fix robots. Because they say, okay, robots are gonna take over. But you still need technicians to know how to fix these robots. So it's called with the biomechanics. I think that's what they call it. But I'm hearing too much stuff on the internet, and I've been hearing this for years. But now they're starting to push it, where if the grid goes down, how are you going to survive? Like a lot of them said, money's not going to be crap. You gotta eat. You gotta wipe your behind. You gotta have a place to sleep. You gotta have clean water. Because what they're doing, you see what they're putting in the water. So you gotta know how to use or take a machine or use stuff where you can get clean water. All of these rich people already have their plan. They already got these bonkers where they're going to go and all that. They're going to leave the poor people out to survive. It's going to be nothing but chaos, and it's going to be killing all over the place. And nobody's really talking about it. We talk about other stuff on our platforms, and the reason why my platform and my views are small because I talk about stuff to make you think, and they don't want to hear it. Everybody wants to hear chaos and ghetto-ness and juicy gossip, but nobody wants to hear the truth to where things is about to happen, man. It's about to go down. If you can't feel it in the air that it's about to go down and see what's really going down here, it's about to go down. All of these stores that you was able to go to, now the cheap stores are closing down. When you got cheap stores that you was able to go into, they're closing down. There's a problem. A cheap store, stores where stuff was the price are low and they can't even make money because they don't even have money to go in stores like that. It's a problem, man. And they're letting people know you gotta prepare. I didn't even know they had books on how to make, how to get, the food and how to make toilet paper and all this stuff. It's about to hit the fan. It's about to hit the fan, and nobody's taking it serious. They're pushing these kids to go to college for the wrong things. People are living in the fantasy world. They need to start pushing these kids to go get a trade. Yo, go take this, go take that, protect yourself. Me growing up, I didn't think like that. I should have thought like that. But I'm still in the security field, so I can get with somebody. I know how to, to detect stuff. What you do, you get around the people that have these techniques and these gifts on how to do things like plumbing and all, and y'all all get together and because they're telling people that's why they're pushing people to get out of the city. Because the city is a trap off. You can't run in the train station, you're trapped down there. You run outside, you're trapped out there. I noticed this is why people are leaving the cities and either leaving the country or they're going, if you live in New York, they're moving to the country, upstate New York. They're getting away from everybody. They're moving out of the city, all in the country. And this is what they're doing. If you notice, a lot of people are either going to Florida, they're going to other countries, but if you don't want to leave New York, period, you're leaving the city of New York and you're going upstate New York. You're going to Glen Falls, Lake George, Buffalo. You're going somewhere in the country where you're in the woods and you're out there away from the chaos. Because the city is going to be a mess when this grid goes down. Like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. We should all get together and have a talk, a format on what's about to happen. Everybody, protesting for the wrong thing, but nobody's protesting for this. If the crap hits the fan and you're caught up in this chaos, this mess, the city, where you gonna go? I don't even like working here no more. I don't like coming to the city. I don't like taking the trains. I'm from New York. I was born and raised here, but I don't like the city. Upstate New York, I will go up there 100 times better. But here, no. This is Big Hawk, Yonkers Native Street Talk. Listen to what I'm saying, man. Make this video go viral. People need to hear this. If the grid goes down, what's going to happen? If you going to school and college for stuff that's not going to make no sense, but nobody's taking a trade to where everybody can get together and have different trades and skills where you can survive and get out of the city and go either upstate New York, if you don't want to leave New York, or go to other places where you're in the country. And yeah, it can be bad there, but it's going to be worse than the city. I'm out of here.